Okay, on black, glossy looks awesome, and matte looks beautiful as well. Again, the performance version is going to have matte, like the Model 3, we're all assuming, but doesn't it look great? Just enough to give it a little sporty look.
Got these in stock now, either the satin finish or the matte finish we call it, or glossy, wet look or dry look. They're great, they fit perfect. So this is the, of course, the current tailgate on the Juniper, and look at the difference. You can see it just like this. Come on by, we'll be happy to install it for free if you're in Orange County. We've got hundreds of them ready to go, all naturally molded, dry molded carbon fiber. No plastic, no ABS, real carbon fiber. UV coated for years of use without having to be resurfaced, unlike plastic versions that rot out in the sun after 6 months. Anyway, this is the sport or the performance style. So the Model 3 inspired performance has this lowered area on the right. So it comes down the body line, less drag around the car. It's found in the Performance Model 3, and this is it in the Y. They fit absolutely perfect. Now we're going to show you an installation video, and all you're going to do is pull the tabs down, position it wherever you want it, center it, like we're going to show you how many inches from each side, pull the tags out and press it on. Thanks for watching, and here's the video. Hey, it's Mark again, RPM Tesla, Juniper owners 2026 and newer. We have our carbon fiber first edition spoilers now in stock. These are, of course, called the performance version because they are identical to what we expect Tesla to come out with their performance Model Y, which hasn't been released yet as of the date we're recording this video. So we have two beautiful finishes to show you on the new metallic black paint. We've got glossy and matte, so wet look and dry look. The performance version is going to have this on it. We're 99% certain. And this is the glossy, which matches great. Both are in stock, very affordable, super easy to install. Anybody can install this in about 5 minutes. So what do? You take it out of the box when you get it, and you want to test fit it. And it's only going to fit if it's perfectly centered and if it's exactly 4 3/4 inches from this edge of the trunk to this edge. So we're going to show you how to determine that. But the first thing we want you to do is put it on. See if you love it. See if you like it. You know, looking at this video, you can't tell matte from glossy. But if you want a glossy look with a deep 3D effect, that's what you get from the glossy material. Satin or matte finish has a slight 3D effect, but it's just not deep. And again, it's preference. There's no right or wrong. So we are going to install this one now for our customer that's here. And the first thing we want to do is use alcohol to wipe down the mounting surfaces. And the mounting surfaces simply mean on the back of the liftgate, the top and the underside. Same location where the double-sided tape is going to be. So we're going to wipe this first, all right, all the way across. Then we're going to put the spoiler back on, and we're going to show you how to make sure you centered it correctly. No silly templates, none of that nonsense. Super easy to install. We're going to show you how to pull the pigtails out and just zip it right on and press it on. It's that simple. So let's center it first. So first we recommend you do an eyeball centering. Eyeball centering means you're going to just put it on, and you're going to put it on in a way that you can see that it's not raised up. So right now, if I go too far to the right, I have a gap. So that's not centered. If you put it right there, it's probably centered. If you go over to this side and it's sitting flush, then you're centered. If it's too far, it's not centered. So to get the first basic centering determination, do it by hand and do it that way. Next, we're going to put the tape on, and we're going to show you how to measure it. So with the measuring tape, you want to put this blue line on in a parallel way of continuing the spoiler. So notice here, we're running the tape on this edge, and we're running it all the way down here. So you can make this distance taller or shorter as long as you lay it down like this. You will be able to measure this amount, and you'll see that this will be 4 3/4 inch to this edge. So right there is 5 inch, and it's 4 3/4. So we know this is perfect. So you can mark it off with a marker or tear the tape off, whatever you prefer. And again, we're going to remove the spoiler one more time and put it back on. But you can see I'm right there. It's perfect. It's 4 3/4. Now let's go to the other side, and we'll do the same thing. This is just to double check it. We want to make sure that it's perfect and it's going to be centered correctly. So again, look from a nice high angle. You want to continue this line straight up to the quarter panel gap here. Pull out your ruler or your tape measure and measure 4 3/4 inch. So right there, from that tip to this edge looking straight down, is 4 3/4. So now you leave the tape here, because what we're going to do now is show you how to promote the adhesive with this primer. Now what we're going to do is we're going to use this primer, and it's very easy to install. It dries up quickly and it wipes off even quicker. But put a piece of blue tape here, okay? Now on that edge, you can see exactly where this spoiler is going to mount. So we're going to put the primer on like this, and we're going to hold it and go all the way to here, and then it goes up, and the double-sided tape is here and here. So watch how simple this is. Anybody can do it. You just have to loosen up the red tape in a minute. This primer will really make sure you get a bond. And you got to make sure it's wet. One on the bottom, it has to be wet. And now you just slide your fingers all the way down here and pinch it, and then go all the way back. So watch my fingers. Pinch it as we get closer, right to the blue tape, and all the way back. Now don't worry if you get it on top. We're going to use alcohol to take it off at the end. And now for the installation. So we know where to place it, and we're going to do our famous pigtail pulling removal. And what we're going to do is use something to pick the red tape and hang it down. So just pull this off really gentle. Let me get one from the side. You want to just get this tape loose. So just a flick like this. So you're removing the red liner, but not the tape. You don't want to remove the tape. If the tape comes loose, it means it's very strong, it's on there good, but we don't want to remove the tape. We just want to take the red liner off. So again, a flick, and you got to get underneath the red liner like this, and leaving the clear acrylic 3M VHB tape there. Same thing here. So once you get the tape liner loose, just push the tape back down. So we love to show these close-ups. We don't want anyone to have any issues. Now what we're going to do is fold the pigtail over like this. This stuff is very strong. It's never going to hurt your paint. All right, so now what we're going to do is leave the pigtails hanging out and just put the spoiler right back on top. I'm putting this side down. I'm right on the blue line. It's flat, it's flush. I'm putting this side down, and I'm touching the tape on both sides. So this is the permanent location of your new spoiler. Now what we're going to do is push this down, because remember, the tape was open there and exposed. So now I'm going to lift this up and pull the tape out. So the red tape is over here. There we go. So what I'm going to do is pull the red tape out, and now I'm going to pull the tape loose from the bottom. So just do it in small little pulls like this, just like pull dashes, because you don't want to rip this or tear the liner off, and then you're pushing the spoiler down. Now look at that. Let's take a look here. Look at how flush it fits. Perfect. And now we're on our way. So now come this way. Now again, it's still not taped down here, right? Still loose. So watch this. grab the double pigtails, pull, pull, pull. If it's too tight, just lift this up. Pull, pull, pull. Go past halfway and push the middle in. Really tap it. Okay? And now, go on the other side. We're almost done. And now we're going to do the same thing. We're going to lift this up and slide it across. And if it's tight, just lift it up. It'll move. And keep going. And all the way across the end. We're just going to slide it right out. Just like that. Now your spoiler is installed. We're going to apply pressure to activate the double-sided pressure-sensitive adhesive tape. And it is on. The same way Tesla installs their performance versions. Now we're going to secure it, and we're going to put some tape on it to really lock it down in place so you can drive it for the next few days while the tape bonds. Okay, pause. Okay, now 3M says it's 72 hours for double-sided tape to fully cure. So you can use some painter's tape. You can use duct tape. You can use any kind of tape you want. And what you want to do is you want to put tape on the back and pull it forward so it's going to stick to the window. And it's going to apply more pressure forward so the tape really grabs. Okay? So some people like painter's tape because there's no residual adhesive left over normally. Personally, I like something stronger. I like Gorilla Tape because we know how to clean it off. So this is just some nice affordable tape. And we don't want the wind and dirt to get underneath here. So we like to put one piece on here like this underneath and pull it forward in this direction and stick it down. Leave this on here for 72 hours. And when you take it off, if you have any residual tape, just use the tape to take off the residual tape. And if it doesn't clean it all off, a little rubbing alcohol. But that will take off any leftover residual tape. Now on this side, same thing. We're going to get it right below, like this, and stretch forward. This is applying pressure. See that stretch? More pressure, it's going to make it grab and really stick to the tape, the paint. And that's done. Now the last one, so 3 pieces. So painter's tape is only if it's going to sit in your garage. Maybe duct tape or Gorilla Tape if you're going to be driving it on the freeway at high speed because you don't want it coming loose. So watch my fingers and go forward and pull and stick it right down. All right, that's it. And the last thing is after you remove it, if you happen to go up too far with the adhesive promoter, just use a little alcohol and just wipe it. The paint will clean up really nicely. And again, this installs perfect over any new Model Y Junipers that have paint protection film on it. Just clean it good, promote it the same way, and it'll stick, it'll adhere. Same thing on wraps. If you're changing the color, just use adhesive promoter, wipe it all down, and you'll be loving this spoiler for many, many years. Thanks again, RPM Tesla, and it's a performance Model Y Juniper spoiler, the little dip, just like the Model 3 has. So 72 hours. Don't take off the tape. Keep pushing it down. Make sure it's holding. Put a cross piece if you need to. Don't scratch your paint. And again, when you want to take it off, just use the same back side of the tape to get the residual adhesive off, and or use alcohol. Thank you very much. And we've sold thousands of spoilers for Model 3 and Model Y in the last 10 years. And we're going to keep doing it for another 25. Thank you.